Sup, devils? Got a little bit of a different video for you today. No questions today since they're kind of drying up. Got a few order questions in that I printed off. 0 paid skis, so get those in if you want your question 100% guaranteed answered, no matter how good it is, no matter how stupid it is. Email in the description box. That's the PayPal email, and if it's a longie, send a separate email typed up too, because PayPal has a certain amount of characters. However, videos and stuff like this I've done similar in the past. You know, top 20 black metal albums. I think I did a big top 20 death metal albums. What I do, a top 15 thrash, whatever, top albums. And those seem to go over very, very well, which makes sense because if it's anybody who's new to metal music and they're searching, that would give a gauge like, oh man, so overwhelming. Like imagine a 16-year-old getting today and their YouTube trying to do their research. Granted, most of the people out there, their opinions are completely irrelevant. It needs tape on that mouse shit. They ain't even got 20 years under that bullet belt. Half these guys don't even own physical format. It's digital only, which screams poser, because anybody and their mom could do that. It's like, what kind of fan, short fanatic is that? It's not. So I don't need to listen to this weekend warrior. But a good thing you got guys like the dog over here, owner of the world's largest online metal store in the entire world, hellsheadbangers.com, in case you're unaware and in case you happen to give a fuck. Giving my opinion of this will be a first just going down songs, because like I said, see the kids like to search this stuff out. Greatest albums, they're overwhelmed. Let me check this out. Like, all right, well, this guy says it. Well, like, these are the bands I'll start checking out, rather than I don't even know where to start. So makes sense. And my videos for all of them, looking back, they seem to do well. Topic some gets brought up, and it's kind of cool to archive it for myself a little bit. Granted, none of these are set in stone. None of my tops. I put a little bit of thought into them, but make no mistake, it's less than 15 minutes. Not 15, less. Maybe less than 10. So there is some thought. But we're going to do top 10 greatest black metal songs. Now, a little bit of disclaimers. First off, if you're going to put in your great, you need to own a hard physical copy. I'm not showing my physical hard copies on this video because one, I'm doing in the warehouse office. Want to knock out a video short on material, so thought this would be a good one. So I'm not driving all the way to my home. I don't need to justify it. I own the damn things. Another thing is, where you can just take my goddamn word for it or don't, is some of these I showed on my top greatest black metal albums, because some of these are the songs off those actual albums. So I own a hard copy. You don't get to make a greatest if you don't even own it. You obviously didn't think it. So if you're top 10 greatest and you don't even own it, like, what does that say about you? Like, you obviously didn't think it was that great, or you're not that passionate about it. So in which case, why the hell am I listening to this T-boner? I'm not. So got to have a physical copy in order to get to relay your opinion, and rest assured I do. And also, too, a little few things is I made it the greatest based off kind of what, if somebody, I was taking to mind, if somebody has never heard the genre, but let's say they just watched Lords of Chaos, or they heard about the music, maybe they heard one black metal song, like, I like this, and they're into metal music in a general, not silly-ass twink-core, metal-core, all that fake-ass poser crap, real metal. Let's say they're listening to, Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, and, they're interested, and they stumbled across black metal by whatever means, and they were to ask, what would you say the top 10 songs are to check out? I would give them kind of that person to define the genre, taking it from that place, not just my top 10 favorites, and also impact it left on the metal scene, but also keeping my own personality in there, because I don't want to just go by this who was yanked out of mama's crotch and what does the scene say as a whole, because in that case, just use AI. I'm sure that could look it up or Google it. If there's no personal charisma or touch of your personal taste in there, it's just useless. This is that's just a Google search. Nobody needs to make a video. Just literally Google search or AI search it. Ask your chat GPT. I'm sure it can tell you the top 10. You know what I mean? Because that's those credentials it's going to use. But I didn't want to go just off my personal charisma only and being completely biased. Again, keeping in the mind that someone's looking to be educated, kind of what somewhat describes the genre. Kvlt wimps, prepare to be pissed off. There is no Moonblood, Vlad Tepes, Belkateers, none of them there. So be prepared to huff and puff, just like the big bad wolf. But don't worry, the big bad dog huffs and puffs back, and he will blow your house in. So be prepared. That's not on there. And another thing too is I left off anything that's kind of skeptical, like what the geezers would say. I didn't put any Venom, Celtic Frost, or Merciful Fate on there, because realistically, that's not black metal. That's not what defines the sound at all. The first black metal band where it defines the sound to where it's like, by today's standards, not where it first started, to what people will I don't think anybody would argue, is black metal, is Bathory. So that's the earliest on. The Venoms and Celtic Frosts, I get it. They were the first to coin the term. But if you're to ask anybody that even came up in the 90s, they're like, that's really not. I mean, they just had the name. But it's not what people recognize as the sound of black metal, whether they love the genre, they hate it, or they're anywhere in the middle. They'd all at least universally agree that's not really the sound that people identify. And that's no disrespect for Venom. If Venom was considered in there, then I absolutely would have included a Venom song. Another thing is, too, so that way we don't just keep using the same band, because I easily could, to give a little bit more love, I purposely picked only one song by each band. And also, not necessarily my all-time favorite song by the band, but one that I am a big fan of, that I do thoroughly enjoy, but I think that the band would agree, and the overwhelming fan base would agree, this song kind of represents the band wholeheartedly. This is kind of like a set staple in their set list, their live set list, or at least it should be. Some of these bands are so goddamn stupid that who knows what. Some of those set lists are terrible. Did you see that latest Cannibal Corpse tour? Dog shit set list. Holy smokes, hit up the dog. Anyways, no further ado, and these are not in order, although I will say number one, which is which is a very lame answer, and I'm sure you already kind of know what it is. And I have said in a previous video, I was like, it is probably the greatest black metal song all written. We'll save that for last. But outside that, I just, when it kind of popped in my head, I just typed them up. So no order. This isn't like number 10 first, and then all the way down to number one. But number one, I'll leave last, and I will say that's number one. And then any other disclaimers? So there's one other. Damn it, I just take a train of thought. I thought I had one other. I was going to say right after. No less. Let's get into it. First one I'll say is Necromancy by Bathory. A little bit of a bias, but I think it still stands because it's off the first record, and I do consider it the very first black metal record that's irrefutable. You can't deny this is black metal. You know, calling Venom and Celtic Frost, I have no problem if anybody calls that black metal, by the way. First generation black metal, where black metal started, no problem. That doesn't offend me, and cool with me. Big Venom fan over here. And I like the first two Frost albums. After that, it got pretty goddamn homo, to say the goddamn least. But the first two albums and Hellhammer. But nonetheless, Bathory, I think, is the first black metal album. So to come off that, I don't think that's an outlandish statement. And for me, again, that's where that personal touch. Necromancy is my personal favorite Bathory song of all time. Demanding all heaven's virgins to bend before our horny lord. Mighty fine line, I must say so myself. Number two, Immortal. The title track, Battles in the North. Mighty fine song. Best album by the band for sure. And if I had to pick a favorite song off the album, it probably is the title track, Battles in the North, the opening song. That was like I said, I think that's the best Immortal album. And that was a band that got better up to that point, because the first two, you know, Diabolical Full Moon Mysticism and Pure Holocaust, they're not bad albums, but I got to be honest with you, I never listened to them. I think they're boring. The greatness started on Battles. And then I liked pretty much every album after that. I mean, a couple of the comebacks, I was a little late to the game, too. The one album that came out, was it 2 years ago or not? Basically, the release date or the release weekend was whenever this Milwaukee Metal Fest was. Not this past one. So 2023. So the album that came out in 2024, is I bought it at the show last year at the Nuclear Blast. I thought that album was really good. So I'm assuming that's their last album, unless they put an album out since. I don't think so. And then I own there's two other comeback albums. Good, but I thought this last one was really good. So for the most part, I liked all of them. In case you happen to give a fuck, the first time I saw Immortal live was on the Damned in Black tour. It was very good. I had my picture with Abath. Got my stuff signed by him. And then I also saw him Sons of Northern Darkness tour. And it was fan-fucking-tastic. Number 3. Again, for all you guys, you hate them. Gotta bust them out. Dark Funeral, Open the Gates. Evil as shit. Off the first record. My favorite album, personally, is the Diabolus Interium album. And my favorite Dark Funeral song is probably Hail Murder or The Arrival of Satan's Empire. Probably one of those two songs. Really like the Black Winged Horde too, off the second album, Vobis Cum Satanas. But Open the Gates is kind of like very memorable and very it's the universal song of the band. I think that's the song that most fans, old and new, and hell, even people that kind of hate the band but kind of give the band a pass, unifiably would agree. Well, like, I guess that song's fine. Now, I'm sure there's gonna be some people that have again, I don't care what some fucking, I was born in 2002. I don't even give a shit what your opinion is on the genre. I really don't. So don't even bother commenting. I mean, you can if you want to help with the algorithm, but I think your opinion is completely irrelevant, and it means absolutely nothing to me. So yes, number 3, Dark Funeral, Open the Gates. Number 4, I was skeptical about putting down there because I'm not a huge fan of the band. I like songs by the band. As a whole, I think the band is extremely underrated. Plus, I got kind of stuck it in there to stick it to the Kvlt wimps. Get them huffing and puffing a little bit. But I think it's a fantastic song. I think it's the best song in their catalog. I think their first 2 albums or whatever, especially the first album, it's not bad, but it's boring as shit, and I never put it on. It doesn't get very many spins. That's the one all the Kvlt wimps are only going to like. They got commercial. Whatever. The song by Satyricon, Fuel for Hatred. I think that is a fantastic song. Very memorable, catchy, good song. Again, the Kvlt guys, they're going to piss and whine because it's commercial black metal, whatever. It's just because it got popular. Again, if there was only 10 tapes made and they're the only ones that knew about it and all the guys committed suicide, it'd be Kvlt then. But there's a bunch of posers running that scene, just acting like rebellious tough guys. And the funniest thing is they're the most scrawny-ass Pee Wee Herman, Count Chocula-looking fools I've ever seen that are the furthest goddamn thing from tough. So they got to make it up for it. You know, it's like that small dick syndrome. They got to use all image, all rawness, all just stupidity, suicides and cutting themselves and happiness not an option to make up for that small dick syndrome. I get it. But when you got all this toughness over here like the goddamn dog, you don't need to make up for that bitch shit. You just call out the tune skis for what they are. And again, as a whole, I think that band is overrated as a mofo because they have some really good songs. Now Diabolical's a great song. King's a great song. They have good ones. But that early shit where people's like, the only true stuff is Dark Medieval Times and Shadowland or whatever, and whatever the hell it's called, Shadow Throne or whatever the hell. It's like, not by my definition, bruh. I mean, that's kind of blinky and pillow black metal. It's not bad, and I don't dislike it, but it's like, put it to you like Dark Medieval Times. I've heard it at least a dozen times in my life. If I put it on right now, it's a brand new listen. It goes in one ear, out the freaking other. Nothing sticks. You ain't tapping your toes. You ain't air guitaring shit. It's just, you're just kind of sitting there. So by my definition, when you're just doing this, there ain't nothing that you could call the greatest of a genre off of. Just my opinion. Another one, again, for the most part, their catalog's a shit show, but credit is given where credit is due. Emperor, I Am the Black Wizards. However, the EP version, not that shitty sound and Night Side of the Clip version. That thing sounds like dog shit. Specifically the EP version. Much, much better. Definitely one of the greatest black metal songs ever written. And I knew that instantly when I was making this list, you know, because I've even said that on my channel before. I was like, that's definitely one of the greatest black metal songs. So before I was chopping stuff off or whatever, that instantly came to put that in there. Again, another one the guys like to hate on. You wouldn't have been saying this 30 years ago, though, but you are now, is Evil Church. by Enthroned. One of my favorite black metal albums. Lord Shabbathan is only Shabbathan is real. No Shabbathan equals no go. So if you want to get Enthroned, and I highly recommend you do if you like black metal, it's the Ex Hereticum album, which I think is their 7th album. I think it's on 7 full lengths. That album, that's the last good one, and it is a good one. That one, down. Everything under. That's all Lord Shabbathan singing. Everything after, lost the magic. Need to hang it up, brass. But the thing is that's weird about, not weird, but abnormal to most my tastes and most people's tastes. Not set in stone, but I'm pretty sure every time I go back, this is what I enjoy most. I think I like the live 1998 version. It came out as a bonus tracks and some of the versions of like Apocalypse Manifesto, at the double disc of Prophecies of Pagan Fire. The second disc is on there. The live version of Evil Church on there. It's a live 98. You can YouTube it too. It'll come up. I think I like that live version better. You can tell they're playing it way faster. It's got a ton of energy, and I love Lord Shabbathan's his stage banner. You guys know I'm a big stage banner, and I told him that in person. I'll watch my Lord Shabbathan interview. It's got a lot of clicks. It's a little on the shorter side, only 15 minutes or so, because his English was a little bumpy, to say the very goddamn least. And I didn't know he was going to be there. I didn't realize he was doing the whole Lord Shabbathan thing until I went to that fest, because I went to that fest mainly for business. I knew there were some bands playing that I like, but nonetheless, didn't know this goddamn playing. Lord Shabbathan was all Enthroned songs. And I told him, again, I can't remember if it's off camera or was on camera, that is his stage banner for the live version of Evil Church. I walk in the darkness, see a church raising toward the dark sky. I open the gates to the church, and I see the mighty priest sacrificing the virgin upon the altar of the horned king. You are just welcome to the evil church. I always thought that was amazing. Great introductory, cool evil line, sure to scare the thong off your mom. And he laughed. He's like, "Oh, that's cool." He's like, I'm doing that tonight too. And he did. I didn't get to watch the entire Lord Shabbathan set because the Hell's Headbangers booth was slammed with business. And again, that was the first time since this channel that I was getting mobbed by fans. So it was very new to me. Prior to that fest, I had fans come up and ask for a photo, and they want to chat. I had it here and there, but it was like, no big deal. You get like 2 or 3 a night. It was the whole goddamn evening, and which was cool. I mean, it was flattering. It was cool. But I wasn't expecting that whatsoever, because that was the first time it happened. So I was kind of a little overwhelmed with that, going back and forth. So I didn't watch the entire set, but I watched probably about a little over half the Lord Shabbathan set, and it was very, very good. And he did use the line, which was cool. My only complaint, and I think I told him in person, is he only did songs off the first 2 albums, Prophecies of Pagan Fire and Towards the Skull Throne of Satan. I was like, oh, dude. For example, if Lord Shabbathan ever plays Dead by Dog, Volume 2, August 1st, at the Mercury Music Lounge in Lakewood, Ohio. Saturday, August 1st, teamed up with Ohio Death Fest. Ohio Death Fest is the day before at the Mercury Music Lounge. Tickets are going up soon, bras. Mark Riddick just finished my flyer, and it looks clean. I'm going to print up 2,000 copies, 11 by 17s, assuming it's not too expensive. I did a little bit of searching and asking around, and it seemed like I get a reasonable price, probably about $2,000 in the $500 range, which is really wasn't doing backflips to pay $500 for flyers of shit I'm handing out for free. But nonetheless, take it for the team and probably do it. Clean ass looking flyer. It'll be handles on the Hell's Orders, and you know. But if you did Dead by Dog, if I was to have Lord Shabbathan play, I was like, dude, you gotta do songs off the first 7, at least 1 off each one, because Apocalypse Manifesto, that's my favorite album. You gotta do that title track, brah. That song's all greatness alone, just with a guitar solo, homie. Love me some Armor Bestial Hell. Love it. Burn, babies, burn. So all those albums. So at least 1 song off every album. That may be a request if they ever play a Dead by Dog, which is now the question that's across my mind. But not just first 2 albums, because the first 2 albums are great. Love them. Deny the Holy Book of Lies, banger. But it's like, nah, dude, that's gay. I mean, you got 7 good albums. Do something off, do something off all of them. Next, you guys all know my favorite black metal album of all time, Panzer Division Marduk by Marduk. It's probably my favorite black metal of all time. It's Dude, the thing is that's so great about that album is it's nothing but pure blasting from beginning to end, but you can identify every single song. You're not like, this sounds the same. My favorite song, it's hard to pinpoint, but it's probably the title track, Panzer Division Marduk, with that opening intro with the bombs. Fire, 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 and it just kicks in. But I love the last track, Fist Fucking God's Planet, sticks true to my goddamn heart and my personal beliefs. Dead and begotten, unfortunately not forgotten. Talking about that POS JC. Mighty fine lines on that album. But Fist Fucking God's Planet, because all these fucking hippies and nerds that come to the scene, these sissy ass, pansy ass, hippie ass fucking black metal bands, aka forest worshippers. There should be no word forest or rivers or any of this dumb shit in your name if you're black metal. Black metal is about burning down the fucking earth, fist fucking God, raping the Virgin Mary in the goddamn ass, the whole goddamn 9 yards, praising, giving love to mighty Lucifer, because we all know Lucifer never lies. GB told us that back in 1990. The whole goddamn 9, evil shit. This, I'm crying by a river and I'm loving the forest and the trees. That's some bitch shit, brah. That was created by G.O.D., aka D.O.G., that worthless dog. You're worshiping his planets? Fuck that. We worship the fucking pearly gates of hell over here. That's what black metal was meant to be. So, all that forest worship, gayness. That's why Fist Fucking God's Planet's totally true. But for my favorite three, like I said, it's all so good. Beast of Prey, Scorched Earth, Baptism by Fire. But top three, and it was hard to pick, title track, Christ Raping Black Metal, and Fist Fucking God's Planets. Phenomenal album. I own multiple versions in case you happen to give a fuck. You know, a couple different LPs. I own the Digipack Metal Shield version. You remember when those came out? There's only 1,000 of those pressed, and they sold out really fast back in the day. Got to see Marduk on the Le Grande Dance Macabre album. Fantastic album. Met Legion. Got my photo with them. One of the coolest black metal guys I've ever seen. And honestly, that was probably granted, it's nostalgic to me, so it's a bit biased. Probably the best black metal set I've ever seen in my entire life. Was Marduk Live 2001, opening up for DESECRATION and the Incinerate Them tour. Again, hence one of the reasons the tattoo, in case you happen to give a fuck. And then, yeah, after that, World Funeral, fantastic album. That's the last album with Legion. And then I checked out Plague Angel and shit. I've gone back to it. It's good. It's all good, solid black metal. But to me, no Legion, no go, with the exception of the first 3 albums. Because that was pre-Legion. He just wasn't in the band yet. You know, Still Fucking Dead, amazing song, first record. Those albums are goated as all hell too. But so basically, Legion, Error, Down, All Might is the best black metal to me in existence. And so Panzer Division Marduk, the title track, hands down, definitely in my top 10 black metal songs of all time. And I think that is the epitome of extreme blasting black metal, in my opinion. Oh, get ready to huff. Get ready to puff. Get ready, I'm talking straight smoke, red smoke coming out of the ears, beat red face, windows in the background all shattered, yelling at Arnie Schwarzenegger Last Action Hero style. We'll see if this sticks. Give me your badge. That line, that's how these fucking Kvlt fucking nerds were worshiping the Craft and Moonblood and all these, they're fine bands. And nonetheless, I don't get mad over another man's opinion about music. But they're going to get mad at this one. Gotta put it in there. Gotta do it, bras. You know it's coming. Get ready. Get ready. What you going to say? Oh, shit. What's the dog going to say? What's he going to say? Here it comes. Said in a minute, bra. Cradle of Filth, Desire and Violent Overture. Probably my favorite song. Off the Cruelty and the Beast album. Granted, a little bit of bias. That's the first time I saw him. When it wasn't on that tour, but it was before the EP came out, From the Cradle to Enslave, because they introduced it as a brand new song. Try not to look too fucking bored. That's what Danny says. Again, Danny is known for having some good stage banner too. Dog owns a bunch of Cradle of Filth bootlegs, and proud to own them too. Boots are best, we know that. Want a good boot, by the way, too. I think we have a handful in stock, like 5 or 10. There's only 150 made. It's a good, clean boot, and it's from Midian, I think. Midian's the last album I really liked. Yeah, pretty sure it's Midian. It's either Midian or Cruelty of the Beast. Midian or Cruelty of the Beast tour. So that era, The Principle of Paris Pussy. There's only 150 hand-numbered copies. It's on the Hell's Headbangers website. We got like 10 left or so. I was like, how the fuck do we even have any of these left? There's only 150 made, and it sounds really good sound quality. Maybe it's on that version, on that set. He says, try not to look too fucking bored. So try not to look too fucking bored. I was laughing my ass off when he said that. I can't remember if it's on that one or it's on like Still a Fucking Cunts or Scars and Stripes Tour 99. That's the tour I saw them on. And the boot that exists came out years ago. Doggone, and of course, double LP. That was on the, it's ironically enough, that's the Columbus, Ohio show. I didn't see him at that show. I saw him at the Cleveland show. So it would have been cooler if it was the Cleveland, but just this is ironic though. Those bootlegging assholes, mighty fine assholes if you ask me. That's what they put out. That sounds mint. Clean. Again, all these hoagies, these bootlegging haters, these newbies ain't got no clue. Fucking check out hellsheadbangers.com and get in the loop, you fucking poser. Holy shit, Scaroni. But nonetheless, Desire and Violent Overture, favorite song by Cradle of Filth. Don't give a fuck what you think. Love the line, her clock of hacked out cunts began to toll. Mighty fine line, I must say so myself. Next, it's black and thrash. It's black with sack is what it is. And you got to throw that thrash part in there because you're listening to gay ass fucking black metal like Mutilation, guy crying in a wheelchair. My life is so dumb. Man, you didn't see the ducks. The ducks were quacking at God, quacking up, laughing at God while they pissed down his fucking throats. Mutilation. Mommy, I stubbed my toe. The bullies at school picked on me. Did you see my Insta girl there making fun of me? That's your black millennium bullshit. So when you listen to bullshit black metal like that, you got to throw that thrash term in there when you see a fucking real man come in the room. You all start acting like a bunch of goddamn children. And that is impiety, skull fucking, that's right, skull fucking, goddamn it, ran that dick right in that eye hole. It's so goddamn tough. Skull fucking Armageddon title track. Now, it was a tough one, tough to pick, goddamn fave. But goddamn, that title track, Lords Are We, Beasts from the East, Pandemonium. That goddamn song, black as fuck. Black with goddamn sack from Singapore. Just their second album. It's black metal, goddamn. It's raw, too. Title track, Skull fucking Armageddon by Impiety. That takes a list. Number one, I would have to say the greatest black metal, or at least the greatest by, it's such a good song. It's mesmerizing. I would look at you like you don't even bang chicks. I would look at you like, what, you don't like pizza? You don't like ice cream, brah? If you said you don't like the song. It's a lame answer. It's what all the posers are going to say, but, you know, Hammer Smash Face is also probably the greatest death metal album, too, by definition. It's the album that really does kind of define black metal in all its essence, sound-wise and spookiness and everything. And you all know what I'm going to say. And what I'm going to say is when it's dark and when it's cold, the freezing moon can obsess you. Now, posers might not know that goddamn line because that's when Dead introduced it on a Live in Leipzig, Live in Zeitz, the live releases. The best version, it's hard. I mean, I'm not going to be that UG guy and say it has to be the Dead version, but the 1989 demo, which was just 2-song demo, Freezing Moon and Carnage, Witching Hour, Blood and Satan, you know, that banger. That 89 demo was 2 songs, studio demo, nice and raw. That was with Dead singing. That's probably my favorite version, but the De Mysterious Dom Satanas version with Attila and Attila's vocals sounds super spooky. I have no problem if someone said that's their favorite. I'm not even saying that the 89 demo is my favorite. And sometimes, honestly, I think that the of Lord Satan's Mysteries version, dog owns it, of course. CD, 2 different color LPs, and a picture of this motherfucker, and I even got a poster on my wall. Top it off. Boots are best, goddammit. If you know, you know. That version, Live in Leipzig version, especially because with the opening line, with the line, Granny used that line on a bunch of different recordings. I think he even does on the Lord Satan's Mysteries, because that's a rehearsal recording. I think he does use a line on there too. But the album is great too, with Attila. Fantastic. The riffs, I mean, hell, even fucking Vader's cover was good. I mean, so yeah, I would say that is kind of like the epitome of black metal, the song, the most iconic song. Thrash metal, it's Angel of Death by Slayer. Death metal, it's Hammer Smash Face by Cannibal Corpse. I mean, those are kind of just straight facts, aren't they? At least in my goddamn opinion. At least in my mind, that's how I look at it. I'm not offended or pissed off if somebody says otherwise, so you don't need to sit there and you don't need to spend 20 minutes typing me up a stupid comment that I'm not going to read. I'm not going to read anyways, by the way, more than like, well, I'm not, even when I do check the comments, which is limited to the Chipotle line, the goddamn the checkout line, Drug Mart, if I got to stop and get some extra goddamn fresh fruit for the day because I ran out, or family functions, I don't read. When it's a big paragraph, I definitely don't read that shit. I've never read a paragraph and I'm like, oh, I'm not reading all this. A sentence or two, yeah, maybe. I'll skim it in those scenarios. So you don't need to sit there and tell me your whole goddamn life history, give me your social security number and your street address, and tell me why these are such shit takes and why yours are so great. Do this, brah. Do your video of top 10 greatest black metal songs. Well, I don't got a YouTube channel. Right, because nobody gives a shit what you're thinking, hence why you're watching the dog, so the dog's giving his, so that's what you're listening to. So just like it, love it, or hate it, shut up and watch, brah. Back to the goddamn questions if you want them. In the description box how to do it. If you want your personalized Zoom video, that's the video for the day. For all the new watchers, I don't miss days. I post 365 days a year, 365 days a year, never missed a day yet in 4 years. 6 a.m. sharp. The video for the day could be your personal video, advertising whatever you want, discussing whatever topics you want, telling me your black metal topics if you want. It's $100 for a 30-minute Zoom. It's not 30 minutes and get the hell out of here, but it's got to be less than an hour. That is the new goddamn rule since fucking Mr. Punisher Boy. Keep it under an hour, but within 30 minutes. 30 minutes is, you got your gots. And any links in the description box you want to put, that could be the personal video up. So you can give me all your takes if you want. In the description box, how to do it, Bubbles. Get them in later.